Absolutely. It's an understandable pick up there, but the fact that it was picked at blue 5 is just insanity. As
slight advantage in CS, which with the poke potential that Zoe would have, is not surprising as we see a potential dive.
Yeah, it's a big knock up there with the Searing Charge. In fact, knockups everywhere as Lonely is going to be taken down, and Ixu survives.
And so APK able to push that out, shove it into the turret, but Flawless starting the Dragon on his own. I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, and you can see Punch is going to pick up the aggro of this one. He doesn't want to flag and drag to get himself out, but he does have to. Is now Drake once again picked up from Sandbox, but Cover's going to make his way over a little bit earlier. Gorilla in slight trouble, but it is the Sejuani locking down the Dragon. Punch has to flash to get out, but isn't going to survive as now Dove uses the ultimate defensively, but Cover flashes after him. Shifting Sands comes down as Root's able to grab a kill, but answered back immediately.
This game's already kind of gone by, and Sandbox actually positioned very sneakily.
Yeah, setting up a bit of a trap here as Dredgeline is going to land a whole lot of damage in CC, and that's a very dead.
Or the second Drake.
We got a bit of a fight for it though as APK come down. We do have Ocean Drake coming through next. Great news for Sandbox, but this isn't a huge Ornhorn. Will get the stopwatch out of Gorilla, but he's not going to survive it. As goes Golden does Flawless. He's going to survive this time. But APK
Gold and to cycle it through to this soul. So they're successful in doing so, but despite having dive as well, so Lonely's going to survive. He is going to continue to go back. I think they realize that most people have backed off, but Flawless actually deep in the enemy jungle.
Yeah, he will be able to find Punch here as Cover's over to the side. He has himself a proto belt, a lot of extra damage there onto Dove, but the trouble bubble, oh, it arms onto the Azir, and Flawless is going to be taken down before that even goes down, but a triple knockup from Ixu. Dove very, very low, and the Aatrox is going to fall down. Cover looking for Dove.
That advantage in terms of just overall map awareness and objectives. They're going to get that mid turret with Shelly as well.
Yep, and they're going to be able to find a key to victory. This game is just feeling like it's all about
good time. I mean, even in that fight earlier, actually going to get.
Yeah, looking for a solo kill. Can't get there. Humble Dash, pretty strong. Gets Lonely out to often pick to try and answer the team fight potential of the Ornn, but I just don't think you can ever answer the team fight potential of an Ornn, and the best way to do it is to...
Yeah, Flawless is not going to be afraid to jump in, and Gorilla...
Yeah, caught shopping for a little bit, but able to Dredgeline himself out, but there's the Ornhorn. Gorilla in trouble, going to get knocked up despite the flash as the ulti flies in from Secret. Another knockup from Flawless. Gorilla's not allowed to play the game. He's just permanently CC. Very scary stuff. Gorilla not going to get hit by that Paddle Star as the bubble is going to land onto the Sejuani. Gets away, but into control vision as the Dredgeline not going to register. Lonely looking for the flank as True Shot Barrage sails over, but Punches in position. Dove just gets eliminated by the Ezreal, and the Sejuani has to run all the way out of this fight. Hybrid still able to offer damage to this Baron, and APK will steal it away at 22.5 minutes.
Are we going to go for a fight? Because we saw Punch not kind of going wishy-washy on the top side of that Baron pit, not able to decide if he's just going to go in.
Really, really clean, because they needed Dove to be there in order to fight that Baron off in any way, shape, or form. So really,
they talk about Sejuani potentially being able to come in, and then they realize the health of Dove, and they say, "Let's just jump in." And you hear Flawless yelling like, "We gotta stay up there. We gotta stay up there. Don't go away. We gotta stay up there."
Yep, and it's just. Eat the Baron is what I heard over and over again towards the end there.
Right as we were fading out, my favorite part is
well, we'll see whether they continue to get overexcited, as Flawless just might be, getting taken down to half health by Lonely, but the inner turret is going to fall as APK. There's the Ornhorn. Ixu's going to throw it back just to zone, as True Shot Barrage does miss the Chicken Man. And Flawless is very, very tanky. The Cataclysm is going to be escaped from there by Flawless himself, and that buys enough space to take down this turret, but Lonely in trouble, has to flash to get out of the way of the Glacial Fissure. As now Cover into the backline. Hybrid getting chunked there is actually going to be important, but Root is still safe in this particular fight. Inhibitor surviving for the moment as Gorilla trying to get in there, but he's blocked by Secret. That's exactly what Secret's job is in this composition. Is now Lonely, looks for the backline, will find Hybrid, but he just gets himself out.
But this third Drake, or this third Ocean Drake rather, definitely going to go in favor of APK as long as they don't risk anything too much here for this inhibitor turret.
Yeah, unless it's a team fight victory, but doesn't look like it, as there's the Glacial Fissure. In goes Flawless, but he's getting taken down very, very low and will die. As now Secret trying to be that front line without the J4. There's a huge three-man knockup though from Ixu, and they just delete Dove He's having probably one of his worst games so far on this Ezreal. It's on the Azir. It's not what you want to see from the champion that you are named after, but he's honestly just not being allowed to play the game as Gorilla tries to get in there with the CC, but he gets punished immediately. And now APK, it looks like they're even just focusing on maybe just winning here as Cover picks up the turret aggro. They are going to be able to take down this inhibitor turret as well, and feels like all she wrote here for APK, and Sandbox just without too many options as Punch gets deleted. Gorilla now, he has a few lives in this team fight, but it looks like this is his last one. Great knock up as Ixu underneath 2 Nexus turrets, but he straight up doesn't care about it. A triple kill as Hybrid picks it up, and the ace is assured. No one to be lost on the side of APK, and this will be the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, Dove comes out, but even though people look a little squishy, Dove is still squishier even with a full health bar. And, I mean, Ixu was just hitting every single knockup that he needed in that fight, which allowed Hybrid to keep on jumping in and out of the fight, lonely just getting zoned away from his base.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter that the ultimate missed because the Nexus is the one taking damage. They want to grab this kill. Hybrid is able to secure it, and it's so good to see this young player performing with his chosen counterpick option. As there's the Zillion, the classic Ixu craziness has been locked away.
But at the end of the day, of course, it is just the first Drake. It is an Inferno, of course, but nothing too concerning. It's not, setting anyone entirely behind, but flawless.
And proves it.
There you go. Yeah. The Shadow's no longer there. Ixu gets got out.
Yeah, he does have his ultimate available, so the Chrono Shift is going to be up. That's going to be confusing, but he doesn't actually have to use it there as it's a great knock-up. Gorilla, he's just spending so much time in bouncing.
Die, but they're going to get spotted right away. Gorilla nowhere to go there.
Well, there's the Cosmic Radiance. Root very, very low as he goes invincible, but they pull away. You can see Secret, a lot of Ren stacks in him there, but there's the double teleports that we were talking about, and double flashes are going to be used to get APK out, and Lonely just chasing towards Flawless. He's going to break the chains just before that knockup does come in as the Cloud Drake is going to be spawning. Oh, really good damage there as there's his third Q to come down. Great knockup though as Flawless gets himself out with another well-placed Blast Cone.
This might not go down so well. Yep, just decides to speed on out of it.
Yeah, tick-tock, tick-tock. All members of Sandbox being corralled together as Secret. He's hungry for that headbutt pole. As Root stacking up the Ren stacks. Now Flawless makes his way down here. Turret is going to fall as APK get themselves into relative position. But we're not going to be able to find the parallel convergence, and Secret has to ult very, very early in this fight on fleek. Down to about half health as in goes Flawless now. As the Cosmic Radiance only arms onto 3 members. Flawless is going to be the first one to go down. But now that ult has dissipated. Cover can't get in there though to do anything, and the ultimate is still not back off cooldown. This is a disaster for APK as Hybrid was searching for Dove but will not.
Wasn't able to offer anything, and Dove, got poked down a little bit in the lane and moving into that team fight, but Dove was more than...
Yep, really clean stuff as APK now over onto this Mountain Drake. Lonely comes on in trying to lock down Flawless, but they aren't going to be able to steal away the Drake. There's the bullet time. Gigantic Empress Divide onto 4 members as well as Gorilla is so incredibly low. On fleek is going to melt down. Gorilla, the second one to go as Cover, has so much extra damage. The Misfortune is dead, and Sandbox do have a lot of power here towards the top side as Flawless does find a decent knock-up, but he's going to deliver his life over to Lonely. And now you've got an Azir just sitting underneath this turret with not a lot to do. Timewinder is going to land as Dove does have his ultimate available. And now looking for the redive once again.
So Cover, oh my goodness, Cover had...
Continues to eventuate as 3,000 gold is the lead for Sandbox, and it looks like they're not planning on giving up the trigger. Very much is. See whether APK can utilize their more, I guess, scaling focused composition by a massive margin. This Mountain Drake is going to be taken by Sandbox without any response. The bombs are down, but Dove is just still split pushing on the top side of the map. As APK, they move over to the Drake. And a teleport now to come in from the Echo. Can Flawless lock down this Drake? He can, but now can they win the ensuing fight is the question. Flawless finds his ultimate button this time around, flashes to get himself out to safety, but it's going to be the ult out of the Trundle that locks that one down. Single man ultimate there from Gorilla as he lands onto Secret as the Cosmic Radiance is going to arm, but Cover gets himself to relative safety. Ixu running very, very quickly, and now they might be in the right position for APK to strike, but no, they just back away. They don't let APK APK find that team fight that they're looking for so desperately.
First fight
Maybe
is
the
up.
re-engages now. Ixu just gets popped. Hybrid is huge though. Two-man ultimate right into the backside of the headbutt pole is gigantic. Hybrid grabs the double kill now, but now in melee range of Dove. Able to grab one of those kills, but it's Root that comes out standing tall. Turn their attention northward. Try and lock this one down. Looks like Cover has found the troll though as the headbutt pole looking to come in, but it's a great stopwatch to deny that for now. On Fleek does eventually go down as the Cosmic Radiance might be a little bit too late. Ixu controlling this fight as the Fate Skull has to be used defensively, and now APK might find an opportunity for a Baron.
I mean, that was very good commitment from APK. I think that's what they needed. Obviously, it was the jungler as well, which helps. And actually, they're going to jump forward.
Yeah, another headbutt pole lands onto Lonely here. He's taking way too much damage and is just going to die. Hybrid picks up yet another kill.
Perfectly, obviously, with the combination of champions they have available as well, whether it's the Kalista being able to jump in and out. Obviously,
Still have to be a little bit wary of what Sandbox can do, but it feels like they're out of the woods, to be honest. Their composition coming into its own as we move past the 30-minute mark. And APK getting more and more of this standing gold on the map.
Yeah, they also shred tower so well with that Misfortune and the Azir. So
Back themselves out. Flawless. He can flag drag to get himself towards this Mountain Drake, but look at how quickly it's going down. Flawless gets into the pit, will be able to secure the Drake, and now bullet time. Over 3 members. Gorilla does get the Cosmic Radiance off cooldown. As Flawless, he's got the Chrono Shift, but isn't going to die. This is actually huge because he gets all of his health back if that happens. Ixu has to flash to get himself out as now Dove dives on top of the Dove himself. And the Alistair is going to fall down.
Sandbox can put a lot more pressure down here in that mid lane, especially with that Baron buff now about to run out, so the minions won't have that power. Sandbox should...
Hybrid caught out of position here as the Infernal Chains will pull him back, but he just completed his GA, and now Flawless is going to make his way in. An easy pop onto the Echo, and now Lonely trying to escape. Root is still...
Because I'd seen the GA too, so I believed it was a GA, but you're right. Now Hybrid can continue pushing very confidently. Now Ixu does need to get... Yeah, just given the, I think, crowd control that APK's frontline has. Hybrid!
Lonely trying to get in there, but actually, who's stuck in where with who is Secret. Does have the ultimate. Bullet time is going to lance all the way over Sandbox as the Cosmic Radiance arms onto 3 members, but there's the ult out from cover. He's going to go down. Chrono Shift available though, and he's going to come back up with full health. Gigantic damage with the Conquering Sands as Hybrid is boosting it after Sandbox. That was
aware of the resources on the map. It seems like he's always utilizing those blast guns or getting rid of them appropriately. As APK picks up soul, he does go over to... I love that APK did not half that we've seen so far.
I actually really like it though, because it shows you the power of compositions if they're used at the right times, right? And Sandbox actually played theirs out relatively well when they had strength, but APK held on enough to get to that point where their comp is strong as Hybrid. Running real fast yet again. And Sandbox do need to be really scared of this Misfortune that can survive multiple deaths in this teamfight. As Secret will find Dove down to about half health now as he does Chrono Break, but back into danger as the Redemption comes down. Ixu flashes forward, but it's a great Zonya's out from Dove. Takes a lot of killing, but eventually he goes down as the bullet time is huge in the backline. A double kill so far for Hybrid, and he's got so much health, so much shielding. Triple kill now. Make that a quadra, and this could be another pentakill in the LCK as it's a headbutt pole and a penta for the Misfortune. Hybrid fantastically played, and back-to-back MVPs I think are on the cards for you, my friend.
100%. I mean, Hybrid, has that team fight started?